Hi guys, Sachin here from Yogi Boo. This is just a quick little intro into our facility. We get so many emails each day for requests of a facility tour or site inspection, but unfortunately we can't accommodate everyone. I'll explain that a little bit better as we get inside. So come on, let's get going. And when you walk into our factory, this is our courtyard area. This is where our staff have lunch if they choose to. This is all printed by palm printing. So we do outdoor poly canvas printing as well. We come in. This is our main fabric storeroom and inspection area. So all our fabric that comes through here we inspect it for any defect, faults, nicks. With this particular lot here, we're just unwinding a little jersey. This is where we keep any fabric that's about to be processed. We'll keep going. Before we get into the print room, I'd like to explain a little bit more about why we can't accommodate so many requests, or the requests that we get each day for factory tours and site visits. Number one is intellectual property. We sign non-disclosure agreements, and it's part of our terms and conditions that we don't expose any prints or specific styles that we may be working on for our current clients. So that's the number one reason. Second is the number of requests that we get each day. It's a simple numbers game. We can't have that many people walking through our factory. We're a busy factory here. We don't really have a sales team per se, so we can't just have that many people come through here each day. And thirdly, everyone's got a camera phone these days. It would only take one small little snap, and that person has new print, a specific colorway or color palette that our current clients are currently producing here before it even hits their stores. So that's, in a nutshell, essentially why we can't have, or can't accommodate all the tour requests that we get each day. We walk into our printing room here. We're actually not printing anything on our main machine here. This is our main natural fiber printer machine. So it does essentially all the heavy lifting. We can print rayon, cotton, viscose, linen, bamboo, both knitted and jersey. So we've done some printing here. This is a nice, super stretchy cotton elastane. So we can also print sort of block colors, trims, and such sorts. So as we move over here, these are two dye sub machines. So these two, they essentially do all our dye sub. We've got great capacity here. We can hit a few thousand meters a week. So along with this and also our natural fiber printer, we do anywhere between 8 to maybe 7,500 meters a month. Now, an interesting little fact is that a lot of top clothing manufacturers in Bali actually outsource the printing to us. So that's just one of the advantages of Yogi Boo. That over here is our heat press machine. So this is where we do all our dye sub transfer, and also heat setting. You can see down there all the bright colors coming through. That over there is our tagless neck label printer. So if you've got t-shirts, jersey items, anything that kind of requires, tagless labels, essentially, we can do that here. So that item's from the US. So that's our print room. Alright guys, as we move away from the print room, we're gonna run upstairs to our main production area. It's our main sewing and cutting area. Selamat siang. So selamat siang actually means good afternoon in Indonesian. So I'm just gonna get straight into it. This is our main cutting table here. So we're doing a bit of rib jersey for a US client. That's our pattern making and sampling area. So we pretty much all use computer assisted design or CAD patterns, as you can see here. So the reason why we do that is that we actually do cut markers. Okay? So cut markers, they're accurate, they're less wastage. It's just generally better. As we move over here, now you'll notice here, because we're not a large factory, we've got little sort of sewing cells. So in larger factories, they generally have production lines. So one person will be, say, in charge of sewing just sleeves or collars or so on and so forth. But here we actually have small production cells. So over here, we do knitted garments. There's some knit area here. This is the woven sort of section here, and that's the woven section over there. So we do a lot of different things. I can't show you too much, I can't focus on too many things, but this is a swimwear client in Australia. So we're doing zipper rashies here. We'll move over here. Yep, I can show you this. This is that same client over in Australia. So we're doing printed swimwear. Now you'll notice here at our QC, we QC every single item. Okay? Now we don't do spot QC or random, as they say, QC or percentage QC. We QC every single item. You'll notice there's a spec sheet. We measure every single measurement point there. Now there are tolerances at the end there, you probably can't see. But if that's not within tolerance, well, it either gets repaired or it gets redone. So that's our QC process here. As we move along here, we've got a lady that checks just for sewing and stitching. We're doing some steaming over here just to get the garment looking nice and sharp. I'll just move past here for 1 second. So this is our buttonhole and button attachment machine over there. So this is where, you know, the final little bits get put on. Now this is actually a thread remover machine. It's quite loud. So I'll turn it on in a second. But essentially what this does is it removes any loose thread and exposes any lint or what sort. So as an example, I'll just put this on here, turn it on. Yep. Removes all the lint and then it gets straight down to the chute. Now let me just cut in. A lot of customers ask me, what sort of capacity do you do? Now we actually have such a wide spectrum of capacity. We do, you know, 20 to 30 pieces per style per color. We can go all the way up to a few hundred pieces. I believe that's about 800 or 900 pieces per style per color. So we're definitely very flexible in terms of our quantity and capacity. Okay guys, after the item comes down the chute from here, it goes over here. So the last bits of thread get removed from our machines here. Essentially just remove and suck any loose thread and any stubborn thread. After that, the things get folded over here, put into poly bags and packed, straight into boxes, and then they get picked up over there. Now a lot of you are probably asking about the poly bag and stuff like that. We actually have compostable bags here, just like these. So they are made from cassava leaves. So we do have that here, which is fine for us to organize. As I explained earlier, once everything's done, all the boxes will get sealed. Once the order's complete, we'll send you an email to let you know that everything's ready. You can send your freight forwarders or your agents over here, or we can also forward through our courier account. And that basically completes the order. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed our little factory tour. If you have any questions, please let us know. Send us an email. I'll put our email address in the description down below, or leave us a comment. I'll be happy to get back to everyone. Any comments, any suggestions, any questions, please let us know. So thanks again and hope you have a good day.